Yo.
I have the hiccups, man. Hang on. I'm connecting you a call right now. Hold on 1 second. I got the hiccups. This kind of sucks. Hang on 1 second. We're gonna promote.
Hello.
Hold up. I have the hiccups. This honestly kind of sucks. I don't know what happened, but I got the hiccups, so. Hey.
Something that helps me out when I have the hiccups is closing my mouth, not breathing, and just swallowing a bunch.
Oi, that did not work.
Oh no.
That did not work.
That was not the intended effect, but you know what? That's crazy.
Oi. Alright,
Wow.
let's go ahead and change the scene here.
Oh shoot, I gotta show you what happened in Tomodachi Life.
That's
real
the
quick.
wrong one. Okay, here we go. Alright, hey, what's up, everybody? We're here. I'm here with Wombo. We're streaming our reactions. How you doing tonight, Wombo?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Taqtik?
I'm okay, other than my hiccups, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we're vibing, I guess. I was playing some Lethal Company earlier with the homies.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play Lethal Company. I just haven't, you know.
Lethal Company's
played
really
it.
fun.
Yeah. Dang.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, I gotta promote here. You wanna wait? You wanna go ahead and talk about the silhouettes while I promote?
Yeah. So silhouettes. I think what people are saying is it is Tyne and who else was it? It was
Tinny and Larce.
Larce. Which makes me think it's going to be a full genealogy banner.
Specifically Gen 2.
Specifically Gen 2.
Yeah.
If it is full genealogy, I don't know if it's a duo or harmonic, because last time we did get a duo hero, but they have kind of deviated from the trend in recent years.
Yeah, that's
So,
weird.
yeah, if it is a duo hero, I am fully expecting for them to do a Sigurd and Seliph duo, with Seliph as the lead.
Yeah,
Just another Roy Ellywood thing.
I see that.
If not, and if it's a harmonic, I have no idea who they're going to pair Seliph with. But regardless, I think Seliph is going to be the lead.
Oh yeah, for sure. And if he's not, he's the Tempest Trial unit, just like
yeah,
Robin was 2 years ago.
yeah. I don't know who else is going to be on the FE4 banner. I'm going to be honest. I have not played FE4. I'm sorry to all the FE4 fans out there. I'm not cultured.
Okay, so I know a lot of people are gonna hate this, but I think we can go ahead and 100% expect that Julia is gonna be on the banner somewhere. I know people don't like that because it's blood relation, but you know she's gonna be on the banner. There's no way she's not.
You know, I'm not excited for that, but I am.
I just hope they're not the
unfortunately,
duo. I really hope
If
they're
they're
not
the duo,
If they're the duo, that just basically confirms, like, oh, these two are a thing, and it's like, we don't want them to be a thing, because that's, like, some
Yeah,
Alabama type stuff.
no.
So I think Julia is, as much as I hate it, she's kind of a given.
Yeah,
Honestly, this is just for me. This is just for me. This is actually possible too. Lean is entirely possible.
oh boy.
It's true. Telef can harry her at the end of the game if they have enough, if they have a high enough love score. Obviously, you shouldn't do that. If you play FE4, you put Lean with Ares every single time, because that is the correct way to play FE4. Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime you
I'm gonna
play
keep that-
FE4, always pair those two together. It is the correct way to play.
I'll keep that in mind when I play FE4 in like 10 years.
When you play the remake that is supposed to come out, like,
Yeah, when I play the remake that never comes out.
yeah, when you play the remake that never comes out. Oh man.
Okay, I will say it is possible that we've only seen silhouettes from FE4, but they still decide to do a multi-game banner like we had like last time we had Engage and Heroes.
That's
Possible
true.
They don't make it a full FE4 banner.
However, it's true, yeah.
I do think, given the silhouettes, both of them being FE4 points to it just being an FE4 banner.
Yeah.
But I could be completely wrong about that, and they throw in an Engage or a Three Houses or something
I
else.
swear, I don't want to see more Three Houses. I know I'm in the I know I'm in the minority, but I don't want to see any more Three Houses. You know what? They got the Valentine's banner. But that's all you get. That's all you get for 2025. That's it.
I will say, if they did pick a Three Houses rep or reps, I would want it to be Manuela and Hanneman. I cannot speak today.
I'd be down for Manuela and Hanneman. I'd be down for those two.
If it is Engage, I know you said you wanted it to be Citrine, but you also don't want it to be Citrine.
I really don't want it to be Citrine. I don't want it to be Citrine. And if she does pop up, I hope she's the Tempest Trial. I do not want to be pulling right now. I don't want to be pulling right now. Summer is around the corner, and so is Choose Your Legends. Okay, so I got the notification. Hold on.
I'm holding on.
Hold on.
I'm literally holding onto my desk.
Hey, hang on, let me get there. Nintendo Mobile. I spelled that so wrong.
Amazing.
Oh, I could have just went to my... Okay.
Let me turn on Do Not Disturb mode so I don't get obliterated by notifications
Yeah,
if
you
it's
should
someone
do
I care
that.
about.
Ad source. Window capture. Window capture 2.
I will say, for the record,
Yeah.
if it is Engage and they put Ivy on the banner because she placed third in COIL, and they usually like to give like the
Ew.
third and fourth places stuff.
Uh-huh.
I will be sad.
Where?
But I will also be.
That's the wrong thing. Get behind my... What the frick? What? I'm so confused. What did I just... Okay, there we go. I was about to say, what the heck was I doing?
You good,
Okay.
Taqtik?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay.
He's okay, Chad. He's okay.
Theater mode. And then... Okay, I'm just gonna do this here. How does it look? I just need to know how it looks.
You haven't shared screen yet, at least on my side.
Hang on, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting to that point. I just need to see how it is on the stream. Okay, it's a little off center. Okay, escape. It's slightly off center, so let me fix that. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Now I go to Discord and I go here and I go here. There we go. Okay.
Are gaming.
We are gaming. Okay. Now let me see if it's okay now. Let me turn up the quality to at least that.
Moments of joy.
Okay, are we gaming? Is it okay on stream? Close enough. I don't care. I'll fix it later. All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Show me Gen 2 FE4.
Oh, wait, I think that sounds like Awakening as support
Well,
music.
it's always the music that they play for this. There's Selif.
Selif's by himself?
There is no doubt.
And he's using an
that Julia will be
axe?
radiant in a wedding dress.
Weird.
Selif by himself using an axe.
Oh, that's Miracle. That is Miracle.
Legacy axe. Attack speed excel. Potent assault. Ooh.
The air to light. Holy.
I'm intrigued about potent assault.
Okay, so he has shadow shift, I think, built in.
He
It said
does?
after-
That's
while-
insane.
While he can, yeah, because it said while he cantos, he
There is no going
he gets
back.
to use reposition.
Hey, wait, here's Conquest, if you're in chat. It's your boy
Together.
getting beat up right
Always.
Dang.
now. I'm sorry, I had to. Is it strictly Gen 2? There's Larce. She's
So I will do what
Oh, she looks
infantry
so
lance.
good.
Oh, I love this actually.
Wait for me.
Oh,
Brilliant, brilliant,
oh no.
potent
Oh my-
finish. Okay, so this
That's
is a
legendary.
potent banner.
That's legendary Iris special.
Is it actually her special? Oh my goodness, it is.
You fool!
Wow. Oh,
You
Um,
haven't the heart.
So,
legendary Iris with a nice you.
so
You left me no choice.
basically, this is a potent
I
the
am
banner.
no child.
Yep. #3.
It
the
took her
banner.
3 hits to kill Larother. I am not confident in this Larce. I'm gonna be so real.
Yeah. Who is this? Yep.
There, yep, Tinny. There we go.
That
Such
is
a
our
beautiful
4-star.
dress.
There's the
Just
Tinny.
wearing it is exciting.
It makes me wonder who the
Red
the duo-
Tome Cav. Bridal Booger.
Wow,
Speed
tier 4
res
bar trace.
far trace. Okay, let's go. I'll take that.
on a demo. Tier 4 far traces Pretty nice.
We shall never part.
I don't know. Compared to the other two, though, is it really that nice? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this means it's a colorless.
Who's Julia and Ishtar?
Your dress is lovely. Thank you.
Julia's
As is
the
yours,
lead.
Lady Julia.
Julia's the lead and
will
Ishtar's
guard
the
your back.
backpack. Wait, I love this.
Ice wall.
Ice wall, full light and
Full
dark.
light and dark.
Time pulse helm. Okay.
At the start of player phase or enemy phase, schism. Okay.
So they're for sure going to be a res demon.
With pleasure.
Yep. I mean that's a red stacking nuke if I've ever seen one.
So
For Elliewood!
infantry colorless tome, or were they flyer? I don't remember.
Infantry.
Okay, they are infantry. Brave attacking colorless infantry tome.
Oh, that's speed stat. Oh wow.
Grants empathy to unit and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn and grants special cooldown count -1
May our thoughts find you.
Yeah.
to units in
if-
those spaces. Interesting.
If her foe has a speed stat and the null follow-up skill, she is not doubling.
Nope.
17 speed. Okay.
Hey, wait, who's
the
Tempest Trial? Who's Tempest Trial? Oh, it's Lana! Alright,
Lana.
let's
Oh.
go!
No, that she's FE5.
Shelif's, actual, correct ship.
Okay. So
Shelif's
Well,
actual correct
Poor banner.
ship. it's
Will be
Lana.
radiant in a wet.
Okay, I need to fix this on OBS because this looks ugly. In OBS, looks awful. Oh no, it's the wrong one. I was moving the wrong one. Oops, my bad. Okay.
Okay, inheritance
Now it should be
restrictions
fine.
have been released whenever you want those.
Huh?
The inheritance restrictions on the skills, we do know them, so when we come across them, I have them on hand.
Okay. Alright, so we've got Telef looking pretty spiffy. Axe Cav. Voiced by Christian Lamont, as always. He's the only one who can do Selef, apparently.
Oh yeah, because Christian Lamont as Selith is amazing.
Christian Lamont's the GOAT. So, okay. So, in Axe Cav, I want more Akira Egawa art in Fire Emblem Heroes. It's the artist. It's the artist who did Legendary Salif and Resplendent Inez.
Yeah, I think they also did a base male Shez and Grail Hero Metody.
Yeah.
Amazing art, absolutely.
I want to see
would love to
Akira
see-
Egawa art, but I mean, Namakawa is not an artist I recognize, though.
You know, this is really good art. Like,
Yeah, no, I love this. This is really good. Okay, let's check out the skills. So we've
all right,
got
how much text?
Legacy Axe. We got Slaying for allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit. Grants attack and speed up 5 and neutralizes penalties during combat. So it's basically super cross spur attack and speed that also neutralizes penalties.
Hmm.
All right, if unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to units attack speed, defense, and res equal to number of allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 3 plus 5, max of 14. So
Okay.
basically, if you just get 3 allies, 3 times 3 is 9 plus 5 is 14. If number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat is greater than or equal to 3, if that value is treated as 14.
Okay.
What? So
Um,
it has a clash effect in it too? Kind of.
I guess so.
So if you move less than 3 spaces, it does the equation, but if you move 3 or more spaces, you just get the whole thing for
I have
free.
no idea.
That's so
I have
weird.
no idea.
That's so weird. Neutralizes penalties. Unit deals plus X times 5 damage, a maximum of 25. So you
Oh.
you can deal 25 true damage. Excuse me?
That's fun.
25 free true damage. Okay. X equals number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses, plus penalty effects active on foe, excluding stat penalties. Excluding area of effect specials. So, your 25 free true damage does not apply to AoEs, which kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie.
Makes sense.
Grant special cooldown count minus Y? Before units first attack, and grant special cooldown count minus Y before units first follow-up attack during combat. Y equals 50% of the number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat, rounded down before first attack and up before follow-up attack. And also,
Okay,
if
so-
so basically it's a special jump based on how many spaces he moves. So like,
And I did see he got movement plus 1. So if he moves 4 spaces, he's always getting 2 on the first hit and the second hit.
yeah,
If he moves 3 spaces, he gets special charge of 2 on the first hit,
no,
1 on the second hit.
1 on the first hit,
follow-up.
2 on the second. Because yeah,
Oh,
so
round it down and then up. Okay.
yeah.
You're right.
And also, if unit's HP is greater than 1 and foe would reduce unit's HP to 0, unit survives with 1 HP. Once per combat, does not stack. It's too bad that Fatal Smoke exists, isn't it?
Well,
So this is
Fatal
meaningless.
Smoke- Here's the thing. This is a miracle on a nuke. Fatal Smoke, you aren't often seeing Fatal Smoke on tanks. So I could see this being more useful than Miracle on a tank because
Yeah.
Fatal Smoke nukes are a lot more common
Yeah.
than Fatal Smoke tanks. So this Miracle, I feel like it still has application.
Yeah. It's like rigid isn't typically attacking into like a nuke or something like that. Uh, she's gonna be attacking the tanks first. So
Yeah. The only
therefore,
time.
fatal smoke. I don't know who would put fatal smoke on a tank. I think you're completely insane if you do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I will say the only time I can see fatal smoke realistically being applied to this Seliph and it having a meaningful impact is him going up against like Catherine and like Catherine inflicting
yeah,
the fatal smoke debuff on him.
yeah.
The anti-miracle.
And also,
That's the only feasible application of anti-miracle I can see on this unit.
yeah, and then also potentially in STT when you're just trying to take out whoever you can at the time.
Yeah.
That's about all I could think of. I don't play SD, so I wouldn't know.
Bro, me neither.
Haze Slice and Attack Speed Excel, pretty good skills, not gonna lie.
Okay.
Potent Assault, a new skill. Would you like to read this?
I would love to read it. Let me also pull up the inheritance restrictions just so I have those on hand after I finish reading the skill.
I think just to assume the Heir to Light is a PRFC slot. Probably going to be a lot like Brave Chalif's C slot because he also had a PRFC slot. So probably going to be a lot like that, only power crept.
Yeah. The B slot, I think it's literally just the same inheritance restrictions as Potent 4. Because
Potent 4?
Wait.
No, are you sure it's not like? Are you sure it's not like a assault force or something?
Infantry and armor can't use it, and then
okay, that's assault force.
Yeah, no ranged units, and then no beasts or dragons.
Yeah, that's assault force.
Yep. Sorry, Noe. Potent assault.
Why'd you do this?
If unit initiates. I'm sorry, bro. I had to. You know me.
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
I did. It is ingrained in my brain.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Here we go. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, inflicts speed defense -4 on foe, deals damage equal to 20% of the greater of unit speed or defense, excluding AoEs.
That's really
reduces
good.
the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50% during combat, excluding AoEs. And also, if decreasing the speed difference necessary to make a follow-up attack by 25 would allow units to trigger a follow-up attack, excluding guaranteed or prevented follow-ups, triggers potent follow X% during combat. If unit cannot perform a follow-up attack twice, X equals 80%, otherwise X equals 40.
Good lord. That's a really good freaking skill.
Yeah,
wow.
No, this skill's nasty work. So true damage equals to the higher of your speed or defense, DR piercing, and also
it's kind of like frozen almost.
Yeah.
It's
I guess because if you have if you have really bad speed, it just takes your defense, but then the potent isn't exactly.
But like
but then the potent a lot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna want to run this on a fast unit.
Absolutely.
Okay. The Heir to Light. Do you want me to read it, or would you like to?
I'll read it. Okay. Enables Kanto distant +1, maximum of 4. When Kanto triggers, enables your units use reposition on an ally. This effect is not treated as an assist skill. If similar effects are active, this effect does not trigger. At start of turn, if your unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and speed of 6. And if you... excuse me. NFU as a bonus and incited to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn and grants unit can move 1 extra space to unit and sword lance, axe, infantry, and flying allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Does not stack. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to unit's attack and speed equal to number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat plus 5, maximum of 9, and reduces its damage from foes first attack by 7 during combat. Blah 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 blah, and restores 7 HP to unit after combat.
Okay.
So he does have the shadow shift that you talked about. Only it's on crack.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it outright. The C skill is good, but it doesn't fix the fact that he relies on normal hits to do damage. AoE he's not getting a whole lot out of because he doesn't have true damage.
No.
In the AoEs.
Yeah.
He kind of just relies on, the true damage that he does have, and catching people off guard with being a 4-range cav. And maybe running like the Erica ring for Brave.
Yeah.
He could probably kill some things. I don't know how impactful he's going to be outside of very specific team comps.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you would run this on like a... Just honestly with like a team of infantry and flying... melee units, honestly. Although it does say infantry and flying, it does not specify that they have to be melee.
That's true. Yeah, I think this unit's good. But I don't think they're game breaking.
Yeah,
it's gonna stamp the game in half.
Yeah. I think he's going to have a small time to be like, oh yeah, here I am. And then he's going to fall into the abyss. But I give him a... I give him a B+. B+ for his child life. He's good, but he ain't that good. You know what I'm saying?
Good melee cav.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. All right. We move on to...
Now for a unit with a very disappointing damage forecast.
Oh, I am not confident in this unit. I'm not going to lie. All right. We got Larse. Infantry Lance. Voiced by Lizzie Freeman and artist Asatani Tomoyo, who is awesome. I think Asatani Tomoyo is basically is almost an exclusive artist of the Astra Isaac users, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So really cool to see them draw another Isaac family member. Let's see. Brilliant, Brident. Would you like to read this, Wombo?
I would love to.
Go ahead.
So accelerate special trigger. At the start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflict speed defense -7, exposure, and discord on closest foes and any foes within 2 spaces on those foes through their next actions.
Excuse me?
That's
Hold on. Exposure and Discord?
yeah, but it is start of turn, so if you have mid-turn penalty cleansing, it's
all right. You know
kind
what?
of irrelevant.
Prayer gets rid of that. Never mind.
Yeah,
Continue.
prayer deleted.
Yeah, continue. Continue.
Woo. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants bonus to units' attack speed, defense, and res equal to the number of foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 3 plus 5, max of 14. Deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed, excluding AoEs. Reduces damage from foes' first attack by 20% of unit speed. And then you have the Brave clause in there. So it's Brave, true damage reduction. And reduces damage from foes' specials by an additional 20% of unit speed during combat, also excluding AoEs. And also, if Potent Follow X% has triggered and X is less than 99, then X equals 100. So you get full damage on your 3rd hit with Potent as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed.
Good on. Like, it's good. You do have the damage reduction, and that's good. But aside from that, you just have stats, true damage, and potent. But
Yeah,
I mean,
you see,
we're still failing to kill 3. So
the issue is that it's so hard to contend in the. It's just so hard to contend in the speed department right now, and from what I can see, she's not getting a whole lot of speed out of her weapon, which is concerning. And I just don't care for units that have to rely on speed to do anything right now, because it's so hard to contend in that department. But
right.
I mean, the effects are good.
You preloading tomorrow or driving?
Reloading. Go away.
Just wondering, you were up down late.
Well, I mean, I slept for almost the whole day. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, just the fact that everything is reliant on speed, it kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and also I just feel like it's not enough to punch through the amount of bulk we have on tanks nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because, like, say you are going up against a fast tank, like, the newly released
Amelia.
Fallen Male Allure. No. But Fallen Male Allure, for example, say you're facing off against that guy. If you lose the speed check against him with this unit,
you're screwed.
You do nothing.
Yeah, you're screwed.
You die a horrible and painful death on his sword.
Yep.
So it's a very thin razor's edge with this unit, where if you win, you do fine, and if you lose, you obviously get obliterated.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have legendary Iris special though, so there's that.
I mean, it's a really good special. I mean, great special. If you've encountered legendary Ira at all at any point, you know just how amazing this special is. It's insane special.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if that's gonna be enough to carry this unit. We'll see.
yeah, because
But-
it took 3 Crusaders Astras to kill this Larother, which is deeply concerning.
Yeah.
Deeply concerning. All right, let's see the other skills. So we've got perfect attack speed. The first time that perfect attack speed was introduced was on Rigid, I want to say, and we finally have another source of it. We've also got Brutal Tempest, which also came from Aira, was the first time this also got introduced. And we've got another new B slot in Potent Finish. Inflicts speed defense -4 and reduces type damage from foes' attacks by 7. Excluding AoEs, and also if special is ready or unit special triggered before or during this combat, unit deals plus 15 damage during combat, excluding AoEs, and also restores 7 HP to unit when unit deals damage to foe during combat. If decreasing the speed difference necessary to make a follow-up attack by 25 would allow unit to trigger a follow-up attack. Triggers potent follow X% during combat, and then you have the potent clause.
Yeah.
So it's basically a combination of just potent and finish. I mean, the name speaks for itself, I feel like.
Yeah. I do have the inheritance restrictions for this skill.
Yeah. Is it
Inheritance
infantry
restriction.
melee?
Infantry only. And infantry melee except for dragons.
Ah!
Yeah, beasts get to use it. Dragons do not.
IS, I hate you.
They do not like Taqtik on YouTube.com.
They do not like youtube.com slash at tactic 1. I hate you, IS. I hate you. Alright. Well, I don't get to have any fun with that skill. So let's just go
hey,
ahead
you
and
can
move
put it
on.
on your base. What infantry units do you have?
I could put it on Inigo. I just built him.
Yeah, you can do that.
I could do Inigo. I could totally do Olivia. That'd be funny.
Oh yes, Olivia, my combat unit, of course.
Yeah, she's a combat unit. Yeah. All right, yeah.
She
so
does in fact have a weapon.
yeah. So okay. So here's okay. So I just want to put
Let's
this
roll back
into
the footage.
yeah. So here's the first Crusaders Astra. Only does what? How much? 20
what was-
damage. Only does 20 points of damage. And then you get
Wow.
and then you do
Another.
another one if all right, what's going on YouTube? All right, here we
YouTube,
go.
more like
So
Pookie, right?
here's number 2. Again, only 20 points of damage.
Okay. And let's see.
And then here's number
Okay.
3,
Does it deal 20 damage?
and he dies.
Okay.
I don't know if it deals 20,
Yeah.
but it took her 3 Crusaders Crusaders. It does do 20.
Okay.
It took 3 Crusaders Astras to take out a Larother, and I don't know about you, but typically when I go into Larother, don't take that out of context. Typically when I fight a Larother, typically I kill him in about 1, maybe 2 hits. And that's without a special rocking every time. Here it's taking her three full special hits off of a broken special to kill the Rother. I don't have high hopes for Larce. I'm gonna be so real.
Yeah, I will say, something that we haven't discussed about this unit is that she does have access to the Erica ring, meaning we can turn that 21 times 3 into 21 times 5.
That's true.
I don't know how much that's going to impact her damage output, but it does bode better for her.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to see whether or not this unit lives up to the expectations. Admittedly, the expectations are pretty low right now.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, she could surprise us, but I mean, I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, next we move on to Tinny, who is, I don't remember who she's the daughter. Is it Azelle and Tailtew?
Tailtew?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
So,
keep in mind, this is coming from someone who's never played FE4.
Yeah, I know. So I have played the game and read the manga, and there's, there's a lot that goes on in FE4, and sometimes you just kind of forget things. But Tinny is Tailtew's daughter. And in the manga, I believe Tailtew marries Azelle, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes. Yeah. Anyways, Red Tome Cav, who's also a demote.
She is a demote. There's not going to be much to cover. It's just going to be the weapon.
Yeah, not really. Okay, Bridal Puke Plus. For allies within 3 rows or 3 columns, centered on unit. Grants attack and speed up 5 and neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack, speed, defense, and res up 5 to unit. Neutralizes foes' bonuses and unit deals plus X damage during combat. Maximum of 15, excluding AoEs. X equals an number of allies within 3 rows or 3 columns, centered on unit times 5. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's like the first part of Telif's weapon, where he had that cross spur kind of effect that he had, but put in inheritable form. And I mean,
I'm sorry. Ugh.
true damage. I mean, 15 true damage is pretty good for an inheritable. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if it beats
I don't know.
Arcane Balut Gang, but
Yeah.
I don't think it
it's
beats
beating
Blue
Arcane.
Gang. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate. But it is an inheritable weapon that is not an arcane, so
And
there's
it's
like
not
5%
bad.
of those that are actually worth something.
And it's not bad. I think if you don't
It's
have
not bad.
access, I think if you don't have access to Arcane Blute Gang, this is probably the next best thing.
Either that or Valentine's Selena's weapon with the burn damage.
I don't know. I'm not too much of a fan of a burn damage anymore.
See, yeah, I can see that, but I mean, a lot less people are running like Breath of Life 4, so really the only out of combat heal or in combat before combat healing that you're getting is from like healing nectar, which is still prevalent, but it's not as much as like when Breath of Life 4 came out, as well as Hathran, because then it was all over the place. So burn damage has a use.
It does.
It has its counters as well. So
yeah,
take it with a grain of salt. I can see Bridal Bouquet Plus being better. I can see Devoted Cup, not Devoted Cup. What was the Devoted Basket also being better. But Arcane Blue Gang is better than both of them. So
absolutely, yeah. I would say it would be Balut Gang and then Bouquet and then Basket, personally, because I feel like if you're an Aether Raids player like the two of us are, Hathran is everywhere, even off season.
Yeah.
Even off season, Hathran is gonna be there, because Hathran's just that broken.
Yeah.
Burn damage in AR is kind of obsolete, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like on defense, maybe not, because like only a crazy person runs Hathran on offense. But then again,
there is the duo New Year's one that could work as an AoE nuke, but
yeah, but you never see that unit. At least not I have.
I haven't either. I honestly have not either.
She has fallen off of a cliff. I have not seen that unit in a long while.
And I think the reason is because she isn't a tank or a beast. She's a tome AoE unit, which
is not valuable.
Not right now, at least, anyways. not right now. But Bridal Bouquet,
it's fine.
If you don't have access to Arcane Blute Gang, this isn't a bad pickup for your red tomes out there. And then she comes with Moonbow, which nobody cares. Attack Speed Catch 3, which nobody cares. And Speed Res Far Trace 4, which only 2 people care.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? You've got Attack Res Far Resound, which is just way better as a skill. Just in general.
I did hear a use case for it on like an AoE cav, because the true damage in it is also applied to AoEs. However, you also get like the true damage on like normal hits from Resound.
Yeah.
And also the DR piercing. So I mean, the vast majority of cases you're gonna want Resound, but like for like the 3 units that want this skill, have at it.
Go
but for everyone else,
have fun.
Pick Resound and keep it.
Pick Resound and move on. Don't go for this. if you're gonna go for this, you're gonna go for the tome. That's
Yeah,
pretty much
there's a
all it
reason
is.
it's on a demote.
Yeah. All right. The tinny overall, I mean, no thoughts. I mean, demotes are
Yep.
demotes. They don't provide anything other than inheritable.
Yep.
Inherited stuff. All right, we got Duo Julia and Ishtar. Oh, this
Why
is
is Ishtar
Hakan art. It's the same artist as
Yeah.
Legendary Micaiah.
Yep.
That's so good. I love this.
I love Hakan art. I mean, the last art they did was rearmed Lilina.
Oh, that art was really
Um,
good too.
oh, absolutely. Hakan's just a great artist. I don't know why not Julia. I know why Julia's here. I don't know why Ishtar's here. Um,
She gotta
but
impress her man Julius, bro.
yeah, I guess I guess there is a reason why she's here, isn't there?
Reinhardt too.
Yeah.
Possibly Olwen
I
if
mean,
she's
I'm
into
happy she's here.
that.
She looks great. Um, Julia looks good too.
I'm gonna be so for real. I wish Ishtar was the lead instead of Julia.
Honestly, same.
I like Ishtar so much more than Julia.
Yeah. Well, let's see
Let's
the
just go.
blocks of text and see if it's enough text.
Loving bouquets, effective against dragon foes, which is something that Julia typically does. Slaying for allies within 3 rows of 3 columns, centered on unit. Garant's attack and res up 5. Neutralizes foes' bonuses and grants special cooldown count -1 before allies' first attack during combat. So she has that same cross spur thing going on, only it's
Yeah.
not speed, it's res, and she actually grants a special jump to her allies.
Yeah.
Which is
The ISDev in the
pretty
chat.
good. Which is
Preempt pulse.
preempt pulse is not bad. It's pretty good.
It's a good effect.
At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts penalty on foe's attack and res equal to 20% of unit's res at start of combat. +6 neutralizes foes' bonuses. Unit deals +X damage, excluding AoEs. Reduces damage from foes' attacks by X, excluding AoEs. X equals the number of allies within 3 rows or 3 columns, centered on unit times 5, max of 15. Neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack during combat. And also, if unit's res is greater than or equal to foes res +10, unit attacks twice during combat. So we have dragon effectiveness, slaying, cross spur, attack and res buffs, foe bonus neutralization, and preempt pulse to allies. We've got 20% true damage +6 based off of res. 20% true DR, or 15 or no, it's a penalty on attack and res plus 6 equal to 20% of res. Foe bonus neutralization.
I think
Fifth,
X max is out at 15.
yeah, it does. 15 true damage, 15 true DR. Neutralizes guard? Or no, it is guard. It is
Neutralizes
guard.
effects and inflicts. That's anti-guard.
Okay, it's anti-guard. Yeah. And preempt pulse on herself. And then a brave attack if she beats a
Pretty harsh res check. I mean,
res check. Yeah, that is a pretty harsh res check. But you know how you. But I know how to fix it, and we will get to that. But first, would you like to read Ice Wall?
I would like to read Ice Wall. I would like to say before I do this, this unit is reminding me a lot of Legendary Micaiah. Just
I was gonna say
swap out.
Micaiah.
Yeah, swap out the speed debuffs for attack. Swap out the armor cav effectiveness for dragons, and then also just toss in a brave effect in there. But the condition's pretty yikes.
Yeah, that's a steep res check.
Pretty steep res check, but
Yeah.
you do have like crystalline water, stuff like that.
I was going to get to that, but yeah.
I'm sorry. You
that's
spoiled the surprise.
It's fine. Read Ice Wall. Read it.
I'm gonna read Ice Wall.
Read it.
I'm on it. I'm sorry. Ice Wall. It boosts damage by 70% of units res when special triggers. If units or foes special is ready, or unit or foe special triggered before or during this combat, and also if unit's res is greater than foe's res minus 10, so nicer res condition, you're reducing damage from foe's next attack by 40% once per combat, excluding AoEs. So
Once per
essentially,
combat?
it's
Bruh. All right, whatever.
yeah, it's Frost Moon, but you're swapping out the DR Pierce for 40% damage reduction.
No, I'd rather have Frost Moon. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, see, I can see this being useful if you're going up against like an Erica Ring Far Save,
Yeah.
and they're hitting you twice.
Yeah, but the issue is that a lot of people who use Erica Ring far saves are melee, and she's not gonna have the defense to take it anyways. So what's the point?
Well, you say that, but then she also lived a Hector in the trailer. So
did she?
She lived one hit from Hector. So if you have like miracle support, she lives the first hit, and then she miracle survives the second. So I can see her maybe living ?
Maybe she just tanks her speed completely. I don't know, and she's actually got high defense for some reason.
She has 17 speed. She's not stacking that.
Yeah, no way. It's good.
Yeah, but
it's okay.
It's decent.
Yeah.
It's situationally useful. I mean, if you want to go all in on nuking, you don't want to worry about surviving a counterattack, then yes, Frost Moon is better. If you want to try and live a counterattack in order to get the last couple of brave hits in, it's possible Ice Wall will be better.
Yeah. I do think Athos actually does make a good
oh my gosh, yeah. No, Athos with this skill is disgusting.
Athos with Ice Wall actually does sound pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Because how much does he grant to his attack, defense, and res? It's like
I have no idea, but it's like a lot.
Plus 10 for free? I mean,
yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, with Ice Wall, just give him Ice Wall, give him Lagoose Friend 4 if you want to be really funny, and yeah, you're gonna struggle to kill the old man. He is fighting for his life.
Give him Ice Wall, Lagoose Friend, and probably Creation Pulse or Pulse Ploy. Actually, I think he comes with Pulse Ploy. I think so. But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's not too bad of a special.
Yeah, I mean it works.
It works. Uh,
It's a
s-
side grade.
yeah, yeah, no, it's all right. Okay, so if you are able to pull this Julia, um, this A skill, no, get rid of it.
Well, actually,
Get rid of it. You want to put crystalline
hold on.
water on here immediately.
Well, give me just a sec, because I'm looking at this res check, and I think it might be an in combat res check rather than an out of combat one.
At start of combat.
Out of combat.
At start of combat. So does that mean it's
Um, I don't know. I'm
to
gonna ask
unit
someone.
before unit's first attack during combat, and also the res check for the brave attack. So, man, it's hard to say because when you see the at
Yeah,
start of combat at the start of the paragraph, it reads like at the start of combat. If these are the stats that she has at the start of combat, this is what she has. Whereas deterring combat reads is she also gets the in combat bonuses on top of that. If she is able to do this during combat, meaning she gets her attack and her res bonuses up, then I don't
mhm,
think you need to run crystalline water. I do also
yeah.
realize that you can just negate the res check if you just give her uh, uh, phantom res as well.
Yeah. Something I would like to toss in is that if the brave is an if it's an in combat check, I would still swap out attack res finish 4 for sly mirror.
Oh yes,
Um,
absolutely.
because you don't really need the healing,
No.
and you maintain the true damage, you get more res, um, and I just think it's a better skill overall for what she's trying to do than finish 4.
Yeah.
But if it's visible, um, I mean, crystalline water, um, unless you want to try and like debuff the opponent into the ground to where you can still use finish or sly mirror, but it depends on whether or not it's in combat or before combat. Jury's still out.
Yeah. Um, I'm just kind of under the impression that finish is a budget skill now, which is crazy to think about, but it's kind of the
Yeah.
truth. It kind of is the truth. It is a budget skill now. Um, I kind of feel like if you want to go for a more nuke type of build, you would go Sly Mirror. If you want to go for a more support, like I debuff you into oblivion and you can't do anything about it, I would do crystalline water,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay.
But all right, let's see the rest of her kit, which
That
is
is a B slot.
just the B slot and C slot. So, Time Pulse Helm, we've seen this before. It's the same thing as Time Pulse Edge, but it's attack and res, and this isn't the first time we've seen it. The first time we saw it, it was on Rearmed Nui Baba from the
Mhm.
Echoes Shadows of Valentia banner. That also featured Attuned Alm, which Attuned Alm is the goat. But we have a PRF-B slot. Oh wait, what are the inheritance restrictions on Ice Wall or whatever
Ice
that
Wall?
was called? Yeah.
Ice Wall is actually really funny because the only units that cannot inherit Ice Wall are staves.
Excuse me?
Yep.
So you're telling me I could teach this to I can teach Ice Wall to
No, wait, yes.
no, we won't. Good night, everybody.
Unless there's a staff Noe in the game that I don't know about.
There is
yes.
not a staff Noe in the game, although that would be super funny. All right. Would you like to read this monster of a B slot?
No, yes, I will. I will.
Well,
read
you're gonna read it anyways.
it. No. Okay. I can't believe this. Light and dark.
I'm a bully.
Yes, you are. I can't believe you'd do this to me. I can't believe you'd make me read in the game that has text.
Yeah, we're
At
phase
the start
players.
of player phase or enemy phase, inflicts attack res -7, sabotage, and schism on foes with res less than units res, and that are within 2 spaces of another foe through their next actions. Okay, so that's literally just havoc.
Yeah, that's just havoc.
That's already a good start.
That's all. Yeah, that I was about to say that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, I mean I've had trouble with havoc already on Ether Raid's offense.
Oh my goodness, havoc is so annoying. I hate it.
It's so annoying. After start of turn skills trigger on unit's player phase, if the number of foes with the sabotage effect active on the map is greater than or equal to 2, grants unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack during combat, and Canto 1 to units and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. I will say.
Wait, hang on. Let me read that again. After start of turn skills trigger on unit's player phase, if the number of foes with the sabotage effect active on the map is greater than or equal to 2, grants. Honestly, that kind of sucks. that part kind of sucks.
I don't think it does. Because
I mean, it's okay.
The buffs are fine. The buffs are whatever. The condition makes it super easy to activate it, though.
Yeah, no,
because,
that's true.
You get like a mid-turn sabotage bot and like easy win.
Yeah.
I will say, I used to really trash on like, oh, guaranteed follow-up attack in 2025. Oh, that's so dumb and poopy. But for this unit, because a lot of the far save she's going to be running, up against,
and because her speed sucks.
Not yet. The armors that she's running up against, not named Ice Tribe Fjorm, guaranteed follow-up attack could be useful because she has poop speed, they have poop speed. It's entirely possible that they don't have no follow-up. So it could be, easily activated. Like, I think she gets it against this Attuned Hector.
You know what else? You know what else would help her get a guaranteed follow-up attack?
What else would help her get a guaranteed follow-up attack?
Frozen.
That's true. That would help
I
her.
love that effect. I'm sorry. I love Frozen.
It's okay. I do too. And let me just finish up reading the skill.
Yeah, go ahead.
Inflicts penalty on foes attack and res equal to the number of foes with the sabotage effect active on the map, and it times 3 plus 5 max of 14. So that's another attack res minus 14 along with the debuff in her weapon. Wow. Deals damage equal to 20% of units res excluding AoEs. Reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of units res excluding AoEs. Reduces the percentage of non-special. Reduces damage by X% skills by 50% excluding AoEs. and disables those effects that calculate damage using. Ooh, that's good. That's null adaptive damage.
Oh my goodness. So what you're telling me is,
Okay.
she's just a big fu to my AOE my AOE Hoey.
Well, yes.
Just that tiny little part right there is a huge fu to my Noe. I'm upset. I'm upset.
I'm sorry, Tactic.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
This
All right.
game is dumb and poopy.
This game is dumb and poopy. IS, where's my... Hoey alt. It's been almost 8 years. All right. So that's a pretty good B skill.
Yeah, it's a PRFB skill in 2025, which means it's good and it has a lot of text.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I don't... Honestly, with everything that she has, I don't think it's going to be that hard for her to be able to get that brave attack. I mean, you pair her with the frozen pot. My new favorite one is Ancient Naga. Is my new favorite one. So if you pair her with a frozen bot, I don't see how she has any issues with her getting her wadding at all. Honestly.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good unit right there. I do still wish Ishtar was the lead. That kind of upsets me, but I'll take what I can get. I guess. Okay, I do want to see how close she comes to dying to this Hector. So her full HP is 40. I think. Am I seeing that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
And then drops down to 6. He goes from 75 to what? 34. Hey, that's pretty good damage start.
I will say, that was... It didn't kill. The first hit didn't kill.
No.
So, assuming the Erica ring doesn't, boost special damage enough to where it's like the first hit reduces Julia to 1 HP.
Yeah.
I think she can feasibly live the first hit without consequence, without going to 1 HP.
Uh-huh.
And then live the second hit with Miracle.
Yeah.
Well, and then still get in other attacks.
Oh. Well, here's the other thing. You could also give her the Lin ring and run her on a ballista team. And
yeah,
Lin gives her desperation for free. So, and as long as this Hector doesn't have what's it called? Hardy
bearing.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't have that equipped on him, he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Depends. Like if you have like Shield Fighter or something, or like blah blah blah. He might, he might
yeah,
live.
But Shield Fighter's just so boring.
It is, but it works.
Yeah, it works. Unfortunately. So do we know this? Wait. We have a duo skill. Hold on. Okay. Grants empathy to unit and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit and those allies. Once used, dual skill cannot be activated right away at the start of every 3rd turn. If the dual skill has already been used, unit can use the dual skill again. So it's I forgot what empathy does. I'm not even gonna lie.
Stats. I think it's like stats equal to the number of bonuses you have.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay. So that
because it was
that's not
on
bad.
Erica and Rune.
But does empathy include stat bonuses?
I don't think it includes stat bonuses. I think it takes into account your visible bonuses, like your guaranteed follow up, your Canto 1, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Um,
I guess that's not bad.
Yeah, I have the app open.
What's it called? The quickened pulse effect is actually not bad though.
Yeah.
You could, in theory, put her on a Gale Force team, and she's at least not total dead weight.
Yeah. Okay, so I have empathy here.
Okay.
Empathy is grants bonus to units' attack, speed, defense, and res, equal to number of types of bonus effects excluding stat bonuses, and penalty effects excluding stat penalties, active on player team and enemy team during combat. So it takes your bonuses and the foe's penalties, and it mashes them together, and it grants
gives you stats. Okay.
Max of
what's the max?
7.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
That's kind of lame. All right. Well, I mean, not too bad. But womp womp on
it's
empathy.
not like a dual Rhea. It's not like a duo Rhea putting down stones or anything crazy.
No. Or it's not like what was it? Tuo Haythrun just covering everything in Divine Vein Kareen. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
I actually could not believe that when I saw it.
That was funny. I like that.
It was so funny. And it was it did actually kind of help me out when I used her on offense. I'm not even gonna lie, it did help. But Haythrun is not meant to be an AoE. She is supposed to tank. That's what I think. Okay, so what was I gonna ask? Forgot. I was gonna ask something. Oh, the Tempest Trials.
Yeah.
What are the... So we know who the Tempest Trial reward is, and it's Lana.
Right.
Who is the daughter of... Who is she the daughter of? Who? Is it Edain?
Edain? Yeah, I think so.
Is it Edain? I can't remember. I'm looking this up. FE4 Lana. She... Lana is a noble of Granvale's House Ingvi and is the youngest child of Lady Edain. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Edain's so yeah.
Staff
do we have Tempest Trial rewards yet or no?
We don't. I checked in the app, and I think that comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe it reset.
Okay.
I will say, we do know the movement and weapon type being a staff flyer.
Yeah, that makes sense for her, honestly.
Um,
There she is right there.
so the best thing you can do with that is probably gonna end up being Ice Lock support.
Absolutely.
Maybe slap legendary Sakura's B skill on her.
I forgot what that was called. Called the server or
Called to
whatever.
serve, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, and then depending on her speed and res stats, you either give her sway attack speed or sway attack res.
I think she's gonna be a res bot. She just strikes me as a res bot. I think. I don't know why, but
If
she
she's
just does.
if she's high res, then you might just ditch sway attack res and you just put crystal and water and then a support C skill, like maybe like a ploy skill or something.
Yeah, I would do a ploy skill.
But I mean, being a staff flyer is kind of rough right now.
Yeah.
Being a staff flyer that isn't a 5-star premium unit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not going to be a bunch you can do with this unit, but I mean,
If she's your favorite, you
there's
can
gonna
make
be
her work
some.
for sure.
Yeah. Isn't going to score well because staff flyers score nothing.
Yeah. They suck.
Not great. But I mean, she's a unit in the game.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I mean, it's happy to have her. This is her first time in the game, and unfortunately, she has to enter in an alt hell. But
Yeah,
she's here.
she is in Fire Emblem Heroes.
And I
true.
do think if, I mean, Ice Lock support is always going to be helpful.
For sure.
Just always. But do you want it to be her? I mean, that's up to you.
That's the question at hand.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's gonna be everything we can spark, of course. The banner comes out May the 15th at midnight Pacific time, which would be 3 a.m. for me.
And 2 a.m. for me.
2 a.m. I thought you were behind me. Oh yeah, that's right.
Nah.
You okay? Yeah.
I'm a CST dweller.
I forgot how time zones worked for a second. Yeah. So that's gonna be it for the banner reaction and breakdown. Thank y'all for watching. Somebody, whoever was here. Thank you, Wombo, for coming on with me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. We're gonna do this again. Probably at the end of the month. For the, I would assume it's an emblem hero banner.
I think it's gonna be.
It could also be the midterm. Oh wait, no, it can't be the midterm mythic. Because the midterm mythic's always in June, I thought.
Yeah, last year we had our emblem hero around this time in June, and it was Emblem Celica.
Okay.
Then in May we had a legendary.
Okay, so May should be a legendary, is what you're saying?
I think so. And I think it's gonna be a red legendary.
Red legendary? Oh, wait. Oh, you know what that means? You know what that means, right? That means my boy
Hey, Coco.
Aries is gonna get his first doll. You already know. I need my boy Aries to get it all so bad. Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
We shall
Well,
see.
that's gonna be it for the stream. Thank y'all for coming out. Peace out. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.